question you got to ask yourself. It's NAACP. Where's your backbone? You got Black Lives Matter. You got white kids running around with all kind of signs and protests of a bigoted, prejudiced, sexual pervert, McDonald eating, adolescent tweeting, moron, loudmouth, bully, cowardice, piece of Scottish piece of shit you call a president. And I'm saying, as far as black activists, advocates have become in 2016 and 2018, you become house niggas. And yes, I say that with all disrespect. Because it seems like in 2016, 2018, black leadership as a whole, you haven't progressed, you regress. And you put those slave chains back on. And you want your plantation white masses. You want to please them by your silence, not your rebellion, not your marches, not your protests, but you took your marching shoes off and your protesting voices become silent. Because somehow they paid you enough to keep your mouths shut. And your luau sharpens with your TV shows. And your Jesse Jackson's silence with your money problems. What would Martin Luther King, Dick Gregory, Malcolm X, the true advocates, Starkey Stokey Carmichael, the true advocates that doesn't fear a white man's face, would say? And the valid stuff that is going on today, calling Africa a country of shit. This is your president. This is how he respects people of color. But yet and still your clergy, your political activists, is right there kissing Donald Trump's ass. His daddy, so let me give you some history. His daddy wouldn't even rent to anyone of color. But somehow since 2016, this piece of Scottish mafia-owned piece of debt whore shit, y'all put your tails between your legs and you ran. No matter what he says about Representative Waters, no matter what he says about black leadership, y'all keep silent. And lately, his white supremacist, neo-Nazi, skinhead, KKK, white extremists sending bombs to an ex-president house. What will it take? Them actually going out and just slaughtering black people like they did Native American Indians before you all open your mouths again? Before you put on your protesting shoes? Before you put on your marching shoes and start marching again with your protest signs? What will it take? This is what I want to know. They put you NAACP, Civil Rights Commission, back in the cotton fields again. And you got people like Kanye West talking that Uncle Tom garbage, and your other Uncle Toms. How much money did it take for your silence? How much did it take for you to stop saying anything about Donald Trump and that Putin Russian mafia, racketeering, money laundering, fraudulent child fundraising, Trump Tower, mafia compound? Did you guys strike a deal that you're not protesting anymore, that you're not marching anymore, that you're not standing up for black folk anymore, that you actually had more white people protesting about civil rights than black folk? You have women standing up for their rights more than black folk. I guess clergy driving enough Mercedes. I guess you're driving enough sports cars and you got enough homes and you got enough recreation houses and boats that you don't need to protest anymore. You want TV shows now. But the average black person doesn't matter. But you got Uncle Toms like Kanye West who speak for you. My situation is why do you even call yourself NAACP anymore? Why do you call yourself Civil Rights Commission anymore? When you sit in a complacent, procrastinating, do nothing position for anyone. Years ago, we marched. Years ago, we protest. Years ago, we had a voice. But somehow in 2016 and 2018, we don't have a voice anymore. Have we become cowards? Have we put our tails between our legs and run from the sight of a white man? Have we lost our African heritage of warriors, kings and queens? Have we become subservients, sheep just like the rest of the inept, ignorant morons in this stolen country you call America? I want to. Do black people have a voice anymore? Do black people have leadership anymore? I don't think so. Because we're so wrapped up into decimating ourselves, dehumanizing ourselves with this dumbass rap music and ghetto fracas that we forgot what it is to be kings and queens of Africa again and warriors of Africa again. That we accept that subservient position. I've lost all respect for clergy. I've lost all respect for black leaders. In fact, just like the young black woman said in S magazine, I took my protest shoes off because I see no black leadership. Because the black leadership that once was is no more. And I fully embrace her statement. Because from what I've seen since 2016, it's nothing but a bunch of cowardice house niggas in plantation White House America. And from what I've seen in the public, in the political arenas, it's true. Anytime somebody can come out and blatantly say anything about black people, tear down black women, tear down professional football players, tear down black political analysts, and nobody hears anything from the NAACP. Cops been killing black folk by the hundreds. Have we heard anything from the NAACP? This white piece of Scottish piece of shit took programs that help black kids in poverty, and they got to help them have a decent meal before they go to school. He cut that. Any decent kind of health care, he cut that. And you're not saying anything. But somehow, white folk are saying more than you are. And you supposed to be the advocates. You supposed to be black leadership. Clergy. I guess you made enough millions with your mega churches that you don't need to speak against the tyranny, the victimization of black people going on today. I guess somehow they paid you enough hush money that you don't need to say anything anymore. My whole thing, if you're going to be silent, dissolve yourselves. Don't even call yourself NAACP anymore. Don't even call yourself Civil Rights Commission anymore. Don't call yourself Rainbow Coalition anymore. Dissolve yourselves. Let someone take up the torch that Martin Luther King left behind, that Stokely Carmichael left behind, that Malcolm X left behind. Because what I see today, I see a bunch of gutless cows putting their tails between their legs and run from the sight of a white man. That's what I see today. Because somehow you got what you wanted. And marching for true civil rights and equality doesn't mean anything anymore. That's why having a conversation here at work today, speaking to my boss and telling me that he went to a restaurant, went to a hotel down in Tennessee, and the man turned to him and said, "Can I help you?" And they wouldn't even book him into a hotel. I guess it's like some place in Texas, black people were treated just like they were during slavery. It's because black people don't have a fucking voice anymore. We don't have leadership anymore. We're so busy building new homes and building mega churches, becoming white, that we don't know what black is anymore. Huh? And I've talked about this piece of shit that we have for a president. Now it's my time to talk about my own people. And black people getting shot in their cars, getting shot in the back while running away. Young kids getting shot down storming into black people's residence and shooting them on the spot. But you don't think there's anything to protest about. If men want to be cowards, there's always a place for you. If men want to be inferior to European white disease, terrorist, barbaric, uncivilized, immoral filth, there's a place for you. If you want to cower and continually to be slaves in 2018 and beyond, there's a place for you. In the graveyard with the rest of the cowards who don't want to fight, who don't want to be humanitarians and care about other people. That is just self-preservation. And join this dumbass, inept, ignorant, stupid generation of all about me. Selfie, techie bullshit. And my whole thing is, my voice won't stop. My voice will expose the white terrorists that stole this country from my people. Because I happen to be half Native American and half African American. So I will not stop in letting them know of the crime that they had committed against both my people. And no, I won't stop. I won't cower. I'm a true warrior. I'm a true fighter. I'm a true speaker of truth. And I fear no man. White, black, grizzly, or gray. I only fear one thing, and that's the Almighty God who created me. And maybe if you took that position, NAACP and Civil Rights Commission, maybe then we would see some kind of action against this white supremacist, neo-Nazi, alt-right, white extremist dictatorship that's going on now. And nobody's saying a word. Except the people of the same color as these terrorists. I have more respect for white women today than I have for black leadership. Because at least they have a voice. At least they're out there saying something. At least they're out there marching. At least they're out there protesting. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And until you get the guts and backbone and self-reliance, self-worth, self-love, and the integrity and the honor and the brotherhood and sisterhood, kinship, like before, I'll have no respect for you. I'll put you in the same category as this white European trash out here. This gutter, barbaric heathenist, scum crawling upon the earth and victimizing humanity. Because just like them, you have no conscience, you have no heart, you have no empathy, you have no passion, you have no conviction. It's all about the monetary and the materialism. It's about the all about me generation. People don't count anymore. Little children in Michigan drinking poisonous water don't matter anymore. Black kids with a bag of Skittles don't mean anything anymore. Black kids being shot in their cars don't mean anything anymore. Black women being tackled down and beaten like dogs doesn't mean anything anymore. Black people going hungry, victimized by drug addiction because of CIA and NSA and FBI and Coast Guards, drug dealers pumping drugs into their ghettos and trailer parks America and reservations of a fake ass America, a lawless wasteland of terrorist filth, barbaric, heathenous animals. But you won't say anything because I guess money is more important than humanity to you. Money is more important than some black child going hungry. Money is important to some innocent black man getting killed. Money is more important than some black woman getting beaten down like an animal. It's more important to you now. Because now that you got a Scottish Putin Russian mafia go debt whore running things now. And I don't expect after this video, you still won't do anything. You'll still be in that position. It's just like Kanye West. Just like that other black bitch that worked for Trump, Ben Carson. Y'all become house news. Whatever white Mazda says, that's what we do. We love Mazda. We hug him. We deny our heritage. We love Mazda. No. I never was a slave, and I never will be. I fight because I'm a warrior. I fear nothing.